Hey Aquarius, how are you doing? We're heading towards that new moon in Cancer. Moon, let's change one. See if I can stop it. There, better. Okay. New moon in Cancer. Cancer being a house of a zero tolerance policy that everyone might not be aware of. But a zero tolerance policy that can take its time in your life, but it will catch up with you against toxic behaviors. Fourth house, I just spent a month. 2 months ago, I always spent a month in fourth house learning all of, in my astrology workbook series and coming to understand it completely. And I did not know. I lacked the knowledge that it carried this zero tolerance policy. And it was made very clear to me in very many ways. So we'll be looking for something toxic to be dealt with in your life, or somebody connected to you who's bringing you toxic something or other. I have shuffled and split the two halves of the Tattoo Tarot. I'm not going to use oracles today. I'm just going to use the tattoo. And let's flip them over, see what energy we're dealing with first. Often cited as you, I would put it as Libra. But somebody going through a transformation, somebody going through somebody with something to say, and maybe it's you, but going through a 5, 6, 7, a necessary change, the gift of information, knowledge, new communication method, and the transforming into a new kind of communication or a new way of thinking. Something like that, but that's what this person's going through as they either come or go with communication. But somebody who's very protective is in the upright, so we have good behavior here. We have true intentions. Okay. Nothing toxic there. And there shouldn't be anything toxic with this queen either. She's in the upright. But this is Capricorn energy. But it could be anybody, right? Anybody at the top of their game. Now, a queen isn't necessarily on a par with the knight, right? She's done transforming. She is dealing with a lot of people. Her priorities will be to maintain, to keep all plates spinning. She doesn't have time for toxic. She's already solved toxic situations. So somebody is, that's an interesting dynamic. Let's find out about it. What's the conflict? What's this Knight of Swords wanting to communicate? Something kind of almost hesitant. All right. 5 of Wands, conflicting desires. Necessary change. So, there's a change happening over here. Leo energy. Leadership. Becoming a leader. Somebody's becoming something, yes. Somebody's becoming, getting into the trouble they want to get into, the good trouble. Okay, so a change. So with the change comes doing the right thing. What's the right thing to do? Here we have some Scorpio energy, the final card of Scorpio, and it's the transforming card, leading back to that 6 of Cups. So possibly somebody from the past. Some kind of secret could be You know, Scorpio's got to do so much about looking after secrets, being somebody's secret. And we got this Knight coming in with this wanting to say something, right? There's movement here. There's, you know, something, you know, wanting to be said. And I feel like there's a secret. There's an imbalance, yes. And there's a reason for it. I don't know if it's between these two people, but this person obviously needs to communicate it to this person, which is gonna, you know, throw her off her game. But, you know, that's part of life. Okay, there's a bit of a little paragraph here. Well, there's you, Aquarius. The knight who bets on himself against all odds, and especially when nobody else bets on him. So there we have that Leo energy. And he's got something to say as well. He's got something he wants to do more than what he wants to say. Speaking will be involved with it, but a lot of action, right? We got a lot of fast movement here. A lot of fast movement here. So now Aquarius is down, feeling alone, not protected, not guided, maybe not looking after their health. Going back to that tower. So in here we have a Pluto situation, we have a Scorpio situation. Also, it can be a Saturn return situation. But seriously creative energy in terms of taking nothing and turning it into something. Possibly a reunion. But again, those hidden powers, those unknown deep powers. The self. The self. Yes, so something about there's something all your life, all this person's life, they have done something alone and relied on themselves. We have divine timing here in a major way. Now, Aquarius, you have been, if this is true, the twin flame readings, because so even general reading, even like collective readings were coming through as Aquarius twin flame readings. So I think, you know, a lot of people are in, Jupiter's in Aquarius, so maybe a lot of people are in Aquarian energy. But one of my last readings for you was that you should win a twin flame award. Medal, maybe more to the point. And there was a stalemate as to what should be done, who should make the first move. And you might have stepped out of king role to become this knight, just to switch things up. Just, you know, wow. A green light, an opportunity, Taurus energy. Others would put it as Capricorn energy, but I put it as Taurus, second house. The investment. Wanting to invest in yourself. There's just a lot of self. Not in a bad way, not in a bad way. You've got the conflicting desires, absolutely. So now it could be both of you that want to both invest just in yourselves, right? Because there's probably mirroring going on here. So this could just as easily apply to the Queen as to the Knight. Got symmetry here, yeah. Well, I mean, the cards are set up to be symmetrical by design. Strength card. The 20, the 2. The 2 completions. Yes, you're both reaching completion. You've both been at it alone. You've both had to fend for yourselves a lot, or perceive, for all that you've known. So you're both ready for a fresh start and a green light. Am I right? But what with the what with the 7 of Cups in reverse? Okay, so when I was doing the splits, the shuffling and the splits to get these 2 cards, High Priestess was at the bottom of one, but in the upright, and I just felt like I second-guessed myself about it, and I put her back, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not sure. And I feel like since she showed up in reverse, it's echoing how uncertain I was about her being upright. So here we have lunar energy. So Cancerian energy, absolutely. I also use her as a Lilith card, which represents magnetisms and polarities. And we have at least a polarity happening here. She's not where we're looking. I just finished working on a meditation for Pisces 12th house for my astrology workbook series, and she had come out in reverse. That's predictions at the beginning of the month for that house, and it took me all month to figure out what it was she was wanting me to understand about her coming out in reverse. I mean, I know that all the usual meanings, they just weren't sitting right in the context of the other cards. And so what came through, based on what actually happened in the month, right, was that she wasn't where I was looking for her. She's not where you're looking for her. She's somewhere else. And it will explain this 7 of Cups reverse, this. And this sense of aloneness. So there's something major about understanding yourselves, both of you. Something major about understanding what it's all been about with this new moon. Because when we find her where she is, or who she is, right? Like didn't know who she was, didn't know who was protecting you, didn't know who, right? Like much was kept from you. It wasn't supplied by family. It wasn't, like there was just disconnect, even though there wasn't, but you couldn't know, right? And therefore it's been difficult, shall we say, to come into connection with her. So what was I saying? Strength, because this converts to an 8, a digital sum, right? And here we have strength. So the lunar and the solar, this is where she is. She's been in the physical world with you as your energy, as somebody in your life. She has come to you in your life through people. Through relationships. So that you would have primarily matrix experiences of her. She has not been speaking directly to you because something was wrong with that channel. So she has come to you through other people. So what needs to change is that relying on other people, she needs to not rely on other people to communicate with you, and you need her not to rely on other, like there has to become this direct line. It's transformation, because this transformation is all about stepping into, like, 1 foot in this world, 1 foot in their world, in the spirit world. That's the whole Scorpio thing. That's the whole Scorpio thing, Aqua. So, you have lots to say. Very protective. Wanting to take action. Taking action. Headstrong. Knowing. Very sure of yourself. But there is this thing. So, what's going to happen? Are you going to do something and then it's going to backfire? What's going to happen? What do you need to be doing? In respect for yourself, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. What's in process? Okay, guidance is in process. So this is a Cancerian card. Communion, right? We've got communion cups here, basically, is what we have. Family guides, community. It's on a 45-degree angle. Same with these. They're kind of on 45-degree angles, which they give me 45-degree angles. Well, did they come out upright together? And I put them at that angle, right? Just to fit them in. But this came out in a 45-degree angle. So this is in process. This manifestation, this, right? Okay, so this is our Cancerian. This is our new moon manifestation, like I'm going to put in the title. It is the fulfillment of something that you've been working on, putting effort into. Okay, so it's... It's coming through in good faith. And it's going to put you in the energy of having to stand your ground. Which is fine, because, you know, that puts you in your top level. This Leo energy again. Which we just have all over the place here. And so... But it's a transformation. Last stop in Leo, next stop Sagittarius. Now we have the 5 and we have the 7. We need the 6. The attention, the praise, the affirmations, yeah. But we also have Leo here. We have the 8-8 portal coming up. Starting July 26th, we have the Lion's Gate portal. The very long days of summer. But there could be some major information coming through then. Or just major activity. Anything else? What about the Queen? This Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins. Well, if it's what's happening, if you guys are mirroring each other, then you're mirroring. So the same thing's happening for both of you. that's what it is. Nine of Swords. That's your own energy, Aqua. As far as I classify, others would put it as Gemini, but I put it as you, 11th house. And so, leading back to the 8. Yeah, okay, so the Houdini trick, the mastermind thinking, the knowing, letting everybody watch as you solve this for yourself. So again, self. There are traditional meanings of agony, agonizing, stressing, worrying, and then being, you know, stuck in your own head and having to get out of it. But I don't know that it's necessarily, there's not another suit of cards to represent thinking, right? So I would say by numbers, you're basically, you're just in mastermind mode. And so maybe what we need to do then for emphasis is to say, instead of taking action, step back into king mode and mastermind mode, because it's about connecting. The emphasis is connecting with her first. Primary relationship. The primary relationship, if we have anything toxic, so we have fresh starts that aren't toxic coming through. Yeah. Okay, final thoughts. Tidy. Well then, is it on camera? Yep. Okay, so we have the Soulmates card there. We have that Six of Cups that I was wondering where it was, because we have the Seven of Cups. And then we have somebody underestimating himself, right? This is one of my favorite cards. This is such a Scorpio card, even though it's a Gemini card. And some would put it as a Libra card. But for me, I put it as 3rd house Gemini. He knows so much, and he doesn't mind being underestimated. He likes picking his moment, yeah? Very much almost like a, you know, the knights wish that they could do what he does. But they've got their conflicts of interest. They got to do what they got. They got to take their orders. They got to fulfill their orders. So, but this guy, he knows that he's so guided. He's so guided. So we have a gift coming through. A gift coming through for you to help you stop underestimating yourself. Now, this could be coming through another person, but this is not what we want. This is more Scorpio energy. So we've got heavy Scorpio energy on the table here. There's an awareness that's coming through. It's just time for that transformation. It just is. We got to turn her around. Because this guy has a very tight relationship with her. Not in a questionable way. But she's like, no, I need you to come over here, get this evidence. I need you to come over here, get this information. Quick, sly, you know. Make a note of it. Yep. We're going to use it later. Yep. There's a little James Bond of the deck, yeah? The Agatha Christie of the deck. Actually, Agatha for me is the Nine of Wands. But, because that's how she presented herself. But again, no, just knowing. And there's something more you need to know. You know, and he's underestimated himself because of all he's been through, or all she's been through. Both of you, okay? Both of you are going through this. There's the mirroring, okay? So you guys have been the gift to each other of how to stop underestimating yourselves. Because there's stuff that needs doing. So, yeah, this you need to initiate that though. Okay, so if this knight's going to initiate anything, initiate it with her, not her. And you, Queen, you know, Aquarius, if you're this Queen of Pentacles and your person is this Knight of Swords, then you need to initiate this something in this relationship, in this connection, okay? But it's not here. I'm pointing to the wrong card. It's here, right? Or it was here. You need to recognize that it was here. You need to recognize that she was in your life through this person. She was in your life through this person, both of you, right? Working both ends against the middle. She's in all of it. She's in all of it. She's always been in it. She's always been in it. You've always had her. You just didn't know it. And so pause on this relationship while you figure out how to initiate with her back in this form, right? Now that we recognize and identify that through this reading, yes, that she was doing this. We've told the story. She's told the story to me through this reading that, you know, and made me work my way through it thinking, yes, that, yeah, no, she's come to you through this other person and through this other, you know, through you to the vice versa. I'm going to get lost in the words here. Okay. Now, to initiate, to understand, to look at this relationship, review this relationship with those eyes, see this relationship with those eyes, this mastermind thinking. Stay in your mastermind thinking, okay? And so this person who's underestimated themselves, you're not going to underestimate yourselves anymore. You're going to step into who you are, but you can't do the work for each other. Now, do you communicate to each other about this? I would say first things first. First things first. Get through this moon. Get through connecting with her. Whoever she, for me, she presented as Kali. But she also presents as Oshun, Yamaya, Grandmother Spider, Spider Woman, Kuan Yin. There are going to be many, many versions. Some of my... My dad actually picked up a goddess oracle deck. No, a goddess tarot deck. I'm not happy with the research put into it. I'm not happy with... I won't say whose it is. There are many. I won't say whose it is. I'm very picky. It came to me, so I accepted it because the first card in the deck was a name that spoke to me deeply. So it compelled me to look into it. But there are things that I don't use. I won't use the deck because there are problems that I have with it. And it's not meant for me to use it. It's meant for me to help me start looking up things that I hadn't finished looking up or I didn't know to look up. I hadn't found yet, right? So, but absolutely, she's been in my life as through the Orisha, completely, totally, in many ways, through relationships, and most definitely starting as Grandmother Spider, absolutely. So she will show you, she will reach out, she has shown you already, and you will know, and it's time to step into that wholeheartedly. And until that is secure and happens, then hold off on this. This is where you want to bring your attention to, your actions to, because primary relationship. You guys are going to keep having conflicting, you're going to keep doing that twin thing of, in the soul, we've got a soulmate card here as well, so you could be combined, yeah? But you're going to keep doing that thing of, well, you're just going to keep triggering the shit out of each other, yeah? Until everybody is, and would be huge. This could take years, guys, so we'll see. But, she knows. She knows. But yeah, so, all right, Aquarius, that is what is that's a deeply incredible. That might be the best Cancerian new moon experience for anybody. Anybody in the... I still have to do the water signs, so they might win it, but that's a pretty huge, beautiful Cancer new moon experience. And congratulations. Much love. I will be back in a week with maybe some house readings, and then in a couple of weeks with another usual reading like this. See how you're doing. Much love, Aqua. Thank you so much. Take excellent care.